Good morning. Today is November the 2nd, 2022. I've had I've had a pretty rough day yesterday, and unfortunately, I'm back to my old camera. I filmed with my new camera, and I just can't figure out how to download it. That's a story for another day. I once I recover, I will be going back to where I bought it and try to figure it out. Anyways, it'll take me a couple of days to recover. My condition being a little bit more stressed than usual. On top of the physical, um, not so great that I'm doing today, I also have something that's on my mind, behind the patch, as it were, that I'd like to share with you. And it has to do with living with a disability and what life is like now that I'm living with a disability. Um, Geez, the first video worked so well. This one, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Um, my trajectory in life is that I will be in a wheelchair. I will fight it for as long as I can, but I know that that's where I'm heading. Every year is worse than the year before. I can do less than I did the year before. An example, 3 years ago, I could make it to a wedding reception. This year, I can't. It's as simple as that. I just don't have the strength, I don't have the stamina to do it. That said, they got their gift, they got my best wishes. I wish them all the best. I just can't do it in person anymore. And that's just over 3 years. Um, when I, sorry, one of the things with living with a disability on a fixed income means you don't have a lot of options, okay? Not only do you not have a lot of options on what you can go out and do, participate in, I used to love to go to see movies. I can't do that anymore. I actually, I probably push myself if I had to, and I'm doing a little better that day. I know I won't enjoy the experience, and I'd have to rewatch the movie to get it. That's just the way it is. I the physical sitting in the theater is no longer something that I can enjoy. It is what it is, and that's fine. One of the things I can do is I can go and have lunch or dinner at a restaurant. It's a uh, less time. Um, when you're having a meal, you're not sitting there for an hour. It's like a 40-minute adventure. And I'm actually okay with that. One of the things in getting in this condition and in living in this condition and knowing what your trajectory is you kind of want to make a record for posterity. I personally would like to remember when I posted it online, me waking up, my morning routine. It's boring as hell, but you know what? I can do it without being in a wheelchair. I showed myself doing hedges. Boring as hell per se, but you know what? I can do it. I would like to eventually, when I'm in said wheelchair, when I'm bedbound, I would like to have a record of stuff I could do before I was in said condition. It's that simple. There's not much to it. It's for posterity. It's mostly for myself. One of the things I can do is make these videos. I can make these segments for my channel so that, you know what, when I am in a wheelchair or when I am bedbound, I can look at myself. I remember that day. At least I hope so, because my mind is actually slipping a little bit too. But that's another story for another day. When I post that I've had a meal with someone at a restaurant, what it reflects on me, to me, is that I was able to do it. I was able to get up. I was able to make myself as presentable as I can. I can push myself into I call it an event. I don't know, and it's just a meal. For them, it's just a meal. For whoever I'm doing the interaction with, for that's it. They're hungry. Let's eat. For me, it's okay. Time to steel myself up and put myself best foot forward and all that, and let's go. Do I want a memento of it? Sure. I actually do. Because eventually that won't be a thing that I can do. I can't see myself wheeling myself into a restaurant in a wheelchair. I can't see that. I That's me now. That's me with limited mobility, but me with mobility. Apparently, this is a bit unfortunate. That's the only word I can say, because to me it is unfortunate. But apparently that's a sense of ridicule for some. Okay, I'm not too sure. Well, the ridicule is, doesn't he do anything else? Sorry, but actually, no. Like, I do have a spinal cord injury, you know. It is pretty severe. Um, there is no brighter pastures for me. The operation was it. There might be a secondary spinal operation, but for that, I have to actually be not comatose, but be not able to maneuver. That's what they'll wait for me to do. Again, like the numbness is starting. I explained to you a couple of videos ago that that's all starting. So the process, I'm used to the process. I know how my body and what my body is doing and how it's reacting. Of course, I have doctors and all that have explained this all to me, and I know what I'm going through. So yeah, at this point in my life, quick example, I had a family function this summer. It was great, but I only had 2 hours worth of stamina to do it in. After the 2 hours, I was, as they say in German, I was kaputt. I was spent. I was, I needed to lie down. I needed to not be there anymore. What I do in situations like that, and actually that's where dinner comes in quite handy for me, is I can do all my conversation and enjoy the company, the person I'm with, the to and fro of exchanging ideas and having opinions and all that kind of stuff. I can do it all fairly well within the first, you know, hour and a half. And then it starts to dissipate. So yeah, like I will post it and I'll post it for posterity. If it is amusing to some, I find that interesting. That's all. No shade. I actually have no shade on the person who told me this at all. No, okay, if you think it's a bit silly, maybe I shouldn't do that. You're coming across as, what am I coming across as? As a cripple who can enjoy a meal with a friend? For me, that's what it is. I enjoy the fact that I'm with the company I'm with, that the company I'm with is willing to engage with me for whatever reason, and I'm enjoying getting out of the house, and I'm enjoying their company, and that they're enjoying my company, I hope. That's it. But that's, and for posterity, because eventually down the line, this will be an event which I won't be able to do. So, it's a bit of an interesting topic of conversation. I'm really sorry about the quality of my camera. I do have a better one, and it works. I can film on it. I just can't download with it. So I have work cut out for me. You guys are going to have maybe another week of these kind of videos. I hope you bear with me and stick with me. Anyways, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a behind the patch of November 2nd. That's what I'm going through today. I hope you all have a really good day. We'll talk later.